Welcome to TW Sports Talk, everybody. We're coming off another Eagles loss. Once again, the home losing streak continues at Lincoln Financial Field, and the Giants just picked up their second win of the season. And once again, another week here, and not an offensive touchdown. This is 2 games in a row. I believe if you go back through the drives, like it's pretty like hilarious. If you go back through the drives the past 2 weeks, it's on offense. It's like it goes something like punt, 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 interception, 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 punt, punt, punt. There's like a field goal in there somewhere.
And those punt drives,
a lot of
those punt drives barely lasted a minute.
Right. A lot of them were 3-and-outs too.
Oh my god.
Like the first 2 drives, this game was 3-and-outs. Of course, Michael Vick, I guess he re-aggravated his hamstring and is.
I guess that's the first question.
More likely.
Do you think he came back too early?
Well, the thing was
well, here's the thing. I think. Well, first of all, I think there's 2 things. I think one is in his contract, he needs to play a certain amount of games to get bonus his contract, and that's probably motivate him. And number 2 is he's seen the current quarterback situation.
Right.
And I really think he feels obligated that he needs to get out there as soon as possible.
Right.
Because, believe it or not, we still have a shot at winning this division.
Right.
I mean, and I was talking about the schedule before we started the show here, but look at the rest of the NFC East. They all face the same non-conference teams. They all face the Green Bay Packers. They all face
all those games are like out of the way. In general.
So, believe it or not, we still have a shot at winning this thing yet. I doubt it because I think even the Giants actually could pull this thing off now because they look like the most stable team after the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
RG3 struggling in Washington, and really he's just got banged up against Denver. So there's that. The Cowboys' defense is just atrocious.
Yeah.
No, Tony Romo is still playing decent ball, which is why he's.
That was a rather interesting ending.
Yes, which is why he is. Well, you could actually blame it on him too, there, because technically Dallas could have they just needed the first down, get the game over with, and Romo could give them the first down.
They have all kinds of trouble closing out games like.
But and how even Bill Fike said that they should just went for a score instead of going for the first down here.
Yeah.
But
speaking of that game, how about that fake spike ball by Matthew Stafford? Then
oh my god,
diving in. That was pretty good.
Well, not only that, he knew he booked the plane immediately. He just I think some of the defenders were still playing. He just pushed them to the side, going, "Get out of the way! I scored a touchdown."
Yeah.
But and then at this point the Giants are look like the most stable team, and they're only 2 games back of Dallas.
Yeah, I mean they'll lose some more games. I mean they only scored 5 field goals against the Eagles defense, who has actually been the bright spot the past couple weeks of the Eagles team. If there is. If there's anything to take from this.
You can pick any bright spot, I guess.
You can pick, is that Billy Davis is, getting the defense to, hold teams to field goals or, just under 20 points.
God, yeah.
So, I mean, we've oddly enough, we've seen a gradual improvement there. So, that was, I guess that was, if anything, interesting. They kept him in the game the whole time, and the Eagles' offense, of course, Vick goes down pretty early.
And here comes Matt Barkley.
Yeah.
Who, I'm not going to lie, had some drives there, but then, oh my God.
But at the 2-yard...
The bootleg.
Yeah.
Barkley doing a bootleg.
They called 6 read option plays with him, and everybody knows that he's not going to hold on to the ball.
Yeah. There was one here, I swear to you, Barkley doesn't have the ball, and he's running. No defenders around him.
Right.
Which means if he did have the ball, he might have got a first down at least, because he wasn't getting a touch. But every defender was already on the court.
Yeah. That's the thing, and the only thing to do there is, one of the times keep it.
Chip Kelly coached at what school again? Oregon.
So yeah.
I mean, my God, if you want someone to be an option, then bring in Dennis Dixon for crying out loud.
Yeah.
The guy you cut. Your former protege at Oregon. The guy that made you who you are today. The guy that probably is one of the reasons why Oregon's a legitimate powerhouse college football team now.
Yeah, and that's what I thought back during training camp. If they're gonna start, if Michael Vick's gonna be the starter, he's gonna get banged up. Maybe keep Dixon along, in case you use.
I mean, no, he can't throw.
Right.
and you got to throw. But and oh my God!
At least for the year.
Did you hear this rumor? I can't believe this rumor came out. But somebody claimed that they spotted Tim Tebow at Philadelphia International Airport earlier in the week. And
I think I've heard of it.
And automatically everybody thought, oh, God, we're going to sign Tim Tebow. And I'm like, no, we're not. Because he cannot run a read option.
Right. And he can't throw at all.
He can't throw. He can't run a read option. He doesn't solve any quarterback problem.
Right.
Except he might bring butts and seats. That's about it. I mean, which in Jacksonville's case sounds like just going to mean, well, Jacksonville's not going to come to you. We'll just send you over to London and maybe they'll pack the house and for you guys.
Yeah.
But that's a story for some other time with a London NFL football team. But Tim Tebow, I think he runs almost as slow as Nick Foles runs.
Yeah.
I mean, again, he's like this big guy here that just bounces off the defender's net. But I don't want Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong there.
You want somebody that can throw at least. So
here's the thing there, too. I've come to the realization that this is probably not the end of the quarterback struggles.
Right
now.
No.
I mean, this season is not going to get... Well, actually, it's never going to get fixed because the trade deadline passed and we didn't really sign any quarterback.
They traded... Yeah, I mean, they made a move, Isaac Soapwaga over to, New England for, a fifth-round draft pick. And
which to me is to me is already a sign that if we're gonna get it, I mean, hell, I don't know. That's the thing there. If we're gonna run a read option, I don't know. I guess the only other quarterback I can think of is Marcus Mariota of Oregon.
That's
the only guy
they're not gonna get Bridgewater. He's going to Jacksonville.
He's a pocket. He's also a pocket passer.
Right. Yeah.
This guy cannot run a read option.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel maybe can run a read option.
Possibly,
but I don't want Johnny Football.
Right now, Mariota seems to be like the
Well, because he's from Oregon and Chip Kelly kind of knows his kid.
Yeah, with attributes too. He's probably right now.
Well, he's also a Heisman favorite right now.
Yeah.
So is Matt Barkley. So was we go through a list of all the past Heisman quarterback winners,
right? And
almost all of them were a bust in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I say almost because there were some that actually did live up to the hype. But I don't know. I look at Marcus Mariota, and I really think he's going to have like RG3 syndrome in a way. He's not going to. He's going to scramble. And he's not going to slide. He's not going to go down.
Yeah.
He's going to take some massive hit, and then he's out.
Yeah.
And he's probably never going to be the same again. Because then you guys are going to say, "Well, I guess you can't run the read option anymore because Marcus doesn't want to read option anymore because he doesn't want to get hit anymore because he doesn't want to go down."
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to turn to Washington now.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't want Marcus Mariota. But then I don't even want Johnny Manziel because, my God, that short little guy.
Yeah.
Scrambling. He already got banged up against Auburn.
Yeah.
Once again, NFL defenses, he'll get destroyed out there. I want a long-term invested quarterback here, and which I guess goes to the next thing, which is how much blame should Chip Kelly be getting right now?
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Speaking of getting a new quarterback, there was an interesting soundbite in the Chip Kelly press conference yesterday that I had.
Okay. Well,
about that. Now, I mean, before we play it, I mean, here as fans, obviously we're thinking in the future now.
Yes.
We're thinking of next year's draft. We're thinking of getting a franchise quarterback.
Yet we are still, like I said, one game behind the division. We could actually somehow still make the playoffs here.
Yeah. But. Yeah.
Granted,
and then go out in the first round.
49ers or the Seahawks.
Go to San Francisco or Seattle.
Or, God forbid, the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, possibly
or the Chicago Bears. Because really, at this point, the NFC North is going to be the other team. Although Carolina's
sneaking in there, too. They're playing well.
I think Atlanta's dead. I think Roddy White hasn't get hurt, up. Which makes me almost this close to dropping him.
Right. Yeah, they're banged up.
They're too banged up. I mean, if Carolina still has to beat them, though.
They could be. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. They're
getting better. For that final 6 spot.
Right. But yeah, getting back to the, but as a coach, they can't think that way. That we got to think. It's halfway through the season.
Well,
we gotta.
But besides that, Tyler, as a professional, because it's his jobs you're talking about, you don't call someone out in public.
Yeah, you can't.
The media wants you to.
Yeah, you can't just say, "Yeah, we're going to tank the season."
And don't get me wrong here. There's going to be insiders that are going to say internally this is how they actually feel in that, but. But no, I mean, so he's not going to call. That being said, I don't think Chip Kelly's like Bill Belichick, where he just mumbles words together. And the media's like, "I'm sorry, Bill. What was that again?"
No, this is Chip Kelly gets a little intense here. So
well, he's an intense guy.
Let's yeah, but I mean like more so than he has.
He's not Andy Reid. I'll give him
that. He gets a little
just,
angry. Yeah. So let's take a listen to it.
It's about beating Oakland. That's it. It's a 1 week season, and that's all it is. Last week it was beating the Giants. There wasn't, hey, what are we going to be like next year? And let's go see if we can activate GJ and throw him in the mix. That's not our mentality. Our mentality is who are we playing right now? And I think it's a disservice to those other players on the team, and it's a disservice to our fans. If I'm thinking about who our quarterback is going to be next year, I'm thinking about beating who we're playing this week. And we're playing the Oakland Raiders, and that's it. We're trying to win the game we're playing this week. And if we start playing it long term, I may not be here long term. You know what I'm saying? So let's go beat Oakland.
Yeah, so there, he's a little. It's definitely some intensity there, but
sounds like Steve Spurrier in Washington. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, 2 years. Just keep that in mind, Philadelphia. Yeah. 2 years.
Yeah,
one of the greatest college football coaches only lasted 2 years at a franchise.
Yeah, and the thing is, coincidentally, I think this quarterback, pick in the draft, is probably going to be the defining decision for Chip Kelly. I think, because if he doesn't get a franchise quarterback, I mean, they got to build.
Well, it's
around.
not just that; it's the system.
That too.
This system.
He's got to fit. He's got to fit. His system to these guys. I mean,
he's got to modify it.
Right. He can't be out there running read options with Matt Barkley and
you
Nick
can't
Foles.
run no huddle for a full game.
Right.
You want to know another thing that I think you guys drop it to? I am almost guaranteed now. The only reason why Sean McCoy is not getting as much handoffs now with Bryce Brown is because when McCoy was getting all those handoffs, he was getting tired on plays.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't keep up the speed. Like most of the players could do. I think it's the other problem too. I think the reason why Washington. I think one of the reasons why Washington caught over us is mine is because we got tired in the first half.
I think
because we scored like 37 points and we only had the ball for like 15.
Yeah.
So I mean these are athletes. They're supposed to be in the top shape of their life, but even then you get tired at the end because you're playing 100.
I think LaShawn McCoy's probably looking forward to the bye week to rest up a little bit
because he's been pretty slow. But I still think that's I think that's because when you have Bryce Brown come in there, who's a completely different back than LaShawn McCoy is, which again is why I think we should get a running back. And if we're going to Oregon, I go to Anthony Thomas maybe, who I think is LaShawn McCoy-ish because I mean we should have two LaShawn McCoys. An actual back that kind of runs the same kind of style as McCoy does. That way, at least when McCoy's on the sidelines, we still gain some positive yardage. Because I really feel like when Bryce Brown got in there, because he's Bryce Brown, either no gain or negative losses.
Bryce Brown,
because I don't think the defense respects this guy as a running back.
Yeah. I mean, for all I know, Bryce Brown, I don't care what they do with him. Yeah. Chris Polk has been injured. It'd be interesting to see them use him a little more, I guess, to see what they got with him.
Well, no. What I'm trying to say is, though, I don't think you need to pull McCoy out.
Me neither.
But I think if McCoy can't keep up with the offense, and that's why you're having him come out and not give him the ball that often, which I think is really starting to affect. Because we think once he started doing that, that's when the offense really started going downhill pretty much. Then you got to blame it on the offense, which then Kelly's got to say maybe got to modify this a bit.
Yeah, and they haven't been adjusting because the defense.
I'm not saying like one series you can try to go no huddle, but you can't do it an entire game.
Yeah. And the defense too has been the past couple of weeks. The defenses we face have adjusted. They've been stacking the box, and LaShawn McCoy's been getting smothered. I mean, he's been behind the line of scrimmage trying to dancing all over trying to figure out where to get to.
But that's the one thing. That's one thing that Chip Kelly has addressed. They think that McCoy tries to dance too much, try to make like a big play when he only needs like 6-7 yards.
Right.
And that's been a problem with McCoy in the past, which is I think is something that said Andy Reid never really addressed, but Chip Kelly has addressed. But then that's something that at least he's addressed to McCoy.
Right.
And the other thing was with this offense was the other thing was I think the first week was every time you're down, gotta hand the ball to the ref right away so you guys can get this. Because this is a special rule in the NFL now where the official has to be behind the quarterback and then you can say hike.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just.
But sometimes, like a lot of times, it's not like LaShawn McCoy's fault. Like he gets the ball and all of a sudden, all the defenders are ready to smother him, and he's does, sometimes he does the best he can to try to make something out of, what looks like it's going to be a dead run already. And I think that's that might be tiring his legs out too. And
yeah,
that's
like I
making
said,
it tough.
I'm not blaming LaShawn McCoy.
Me neither. Yeah.
But I think some players started going to Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
Who I really think halfway through a season, if clarity has not hit him yet,
yeah,
as an Eagles fan, you should be concerned.
Yeah.
Very concerned. Because we might have thought he might, and this is really interesting, he might have made the franchise worse than when Andy Reid left.
Far.
He might. Yeah. He might. It's a very good chance. This is it. Yeah. 3 wins this year. A worse record than when Andy Reid left. Yeah. Which is not really a great... I mean, yeah, I was going to say, well, Jimmy Johnson came in for Dallas after replacing Tom Landry. He went like 1 for 15 his first season. And look what happened to him. 2 Super Bowls. Yeah. I'd say 3, because even though he wasn't the coach of that 90s Cowboys team, that was still his players that he drafted.
Yeah.
And of course, Jerry Jones, all those three had nothing to do with Jimmy Johnson. It was all Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
But, which I keep trying to tell Bill Fike that if you want to see a franchise also die, keep letting Jerry Jones make GM decisions for your team.
Yeah.
And his idiotic son, who even goes as far as to compare Tony Romo to LeBron James of the NFL.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well,
because, see, Romo's like LeBron. He choked. Yeah, well, LeBron choked in championship games. How many championship games has Romo been in?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, going forward, I mean, the good thing, I mean, even if they keep losing, I mean, the good thing is they're going to get a higher draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
Depending where they fall, they might want to trade up in the draft to maybe get a franchise quarterback, someone they know that they've evaluated.
Well, here's the thing. At this rate, Johnny Manziel, because this is I kid you not entirely. People, if this is the offense, which at this rate looks like this is the offense going to be running next year, I think it's a bad idea. Which means I pity the quarterback that comes in has to deal with this offense next season. Because at this conclusion, even though here's the thing there too, I don't know if you get rid of Foles or Vick, someone's leaving and somebody's playing backup. At this rate, I think Vick is going to be. If Vick thinks he can start somewhere, he'll go somewhere else. But if he's just happy getting a paycheck, he'll be fine being the backup.
Yeah.
Which, once again, a sign of a new Michael Vick, I think. Yeah. If he's willing to accept backup, and he's not, which I still think is maybe Mark Sanchez's question, too, as a Jet. Do you think you can start somewhere else, or do you think you go backup? Fine, coach, I'll play backup.
Yeah.
Going to take a pay cut, but I'll play backup. But which would be, I think, a very funny, I guess, when we do an off-season bit about what each team's probably going to be doing as far as getting rid of players and drafting players. But no, I think it's as quarterbacks go, it's Manziel or Mariota. It's not going to be Teddy Bridgewater. It's not going to be Tosh Boyd.
Bridgewater will go too early,
It's not going to be Tosh Boyd of Clemson. I think this Whitson kid at Florida State, but he's a freshman, and I really don't. Yeah. So he's not going to be in the draft. And even then, I don't see him running a read option.
Yeah.
But he's got an arm though, so if he goes to like a pass happy team, like
some have suggested Braxton Miller might get up there.
I mean, he's
got wait and see, but
I mean, tell me his legs. His legs are what got him hurt this year, but and he's been spotty a few times in this. I mean, this year he's had a pretty great year, but I've seen him early in his college career where he fumbled the ball a lot, threw a lot of picks. But no, I guess Urban Meyer's credit, he's really turned him around a bit. I think he's really improved his mechanics and his throwing too. Yeah. But I can see Braxton Miller there. But I Mariota, because most experts have him going. Likely. Yeah, they have him going late first.
Really? Huh.
Now again, if we're going up, and this, like I said, based on style, obviously he's the guy to look at here. And Johnny Manziel, like I said, is probably second or third.
Yeah. Just
because of all these off-season issues that he had there, which maybe is the other reasons why maybe we don't want him either.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, most stuff he did.
A bit of a rock star. Kind of.
Yeah. To be fair, though, most stuff that he's done though in the past has been maybe frowned upon because he's a college student.
Yeah.
If he did some of the stuff in the NFL, I really don't think anybody would care.
Right.
They'd say he's just being a typical professional athlete now. Yeah. And trust me, I think the NFL has well since we're about Giants up this whole Pouncey connection to possibly Aaron Hernandez murder case now, and potential gun trafficking happening in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's something Roger Goodell was looking very forward to straightening out maybe in the future. But once again, it's another story we maybe tell in the future during the offseason because I'm sure the Hernandez case is not going to wait anytime soon.
Yeah.
But no, I think what quarterback it's Mariota or Manziel for us.
Probably. And
I don't want either of those guys, but if this is the offense we're running, these are the two best guys for that offense.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe Chip Kelly can try to adjust it a little more. To, hopefully, because
that's going to involve Chip Kelly admitting that he was maybe wrong
to some degree.
And if you ever met Chip Kelly, he doesn't believe he's wrong on some stuff.
Right, but I think going through this year, it's got to hit him that some of this stuff that is not working here in the NFL.
I mean, there's a reason why Skip Bayless said this guy has the same swag that Jimmy Johnson had. Because Jimmy Johnson thought that all the stuff that happened in Miami was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
The touchdown celebrations, the partying, the dressing up in camo gear. Wait, was that? Yeah. I think that was Jerry Johnson was coach. He said it was fine. It was just kids being kids.
Yeah.
Came in the NFL, had the same mentality.
Yeah.
He never changed who he was in Miami to who he was in Dallas. He got success. Chip Kelly's the same thing. What he's doing to here, it worked at Oregon. Therefore, it should work in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's not always the case.
Yeah.
With Jimmy Johnson, it was more of character of players. He didn't really care about the off-field stuff because in the end, he knew these guys were players. That's all he really cared about.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly, it's this system
that
worked in the NCAA. Therefore, it should work in the NFL because it's football on football in his mind, I guess. Yet it's Pac-12 NFL, which are two different animals.
Yeah. And not only that, but I mean, they can't. He's got to get the guys together more. Michael Vick can't be sitting there on the bench with a Gatorade towel over his head. Matt Barkley needs all the help he can get. Maybe Vick can. If Vick could go out there and play with the hamstring, I'm sure he can stand. Maybe help. Be on the sidelines with Barkley.
Well, to be fair, I think he's really upset that he got hurt.
Well, yeah, that. But I mean, then he should. He should go to the locker room.
No. But the key of mine, I have feeling made during practice sessions. He's been doing this, the Barkley, and I think too is there. Tyler. I mean, Barkley didn't know he was going to start.
Yeah, it's like who's getting all. Chip Kelly should have thought of this ahead of time.
I mean, I really had this feeling that Barkley just has that when he had these looks come out is that he had no idea what the hell he was doing.
Yeah.
He was trying his best to run the offense that he could, but he had there were times he looked. It really had this look like, what am I doing out here?
Yeah.
Why did I just want to read option? Yeah. Why?
Yeah,
I can throw the football.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he's thrown 3 picks in his career so far, but I'll give him a break on that because I think he still has adjusted to the speed of the game.
Yeah.
Which is tough for some college quarterbacks. I mean,
that
might could be Andrew Luck.
Right.
Or Peyton Manning Jr., as I'm calling him now, because this has pretty much been Peyton Manning's chosen son.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a while now. I mean, so I'll give him a break here on that. He's not Peyton Manning Jr. or Andrew Luck. But still, I mean,
he needs all the help he can get. I mean, it could have been nice.
Well, to me, I think Nick Foles needs more help there because I think he's missing the last time he started against the Cowboys. He pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, I mean.
Because
out of nowhere,
in Deshaun Jackson's eyes, and he's open on a play, and the ball's not coming out of the guy's hand.
Yeah,
he's gonna keep saying, "God, if Vick was in here, he would have at least got the ball out, and I would at least had a shot at it."
And Jackson seemed pretty mopey too on the sidelines. And
he's not. When you're not getting the ball, and you think that you're doing the best you can here, getting open here, and the guy's not seeing you. Because he's, I don't know, I guess
that's how he is.
I guess nervous as hell. That's the way I can describe Barkley's performance. He's nervous.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to screw it up.
He wasn't getting, any first team reps really. Because the idea was that Michael Vick was going to play, start.
I mean, like I said, I think the reason he was more frustrated, I think really any wide receiver was frustrated with Foles last week because
he wouldn't.
There was no pressure on him the whole game.
Right.
He had all day.
Yeah, for the most part.
And there were, okay. There's nobody open. Somebody's going to get open eventually there because the wide receiver always has an advantage over the corner.
And there were guys that were getting open.
But Foles would hang on to the ball too long.
Yeah, it was.
And he didn't want to.
It was a big drop off from the week before. So, yeah.
Well,
but it looks like
Dallas might suck, but Tampa Bay. To me, I think Tampa Bay is giving up on their coach.
And
that's a different thing. That's two different scenarios.
They're the only other winless team other than Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but Jacksonville has not given up on their coach. The city of Jacksonville might have given up on the Jaguars,
right?
I think, which is maybe the reason why you got to move to a new city. I mean, Because really, at this point, screw Jacksonville.
Yeah.
If they're not going to come out and support you, then you're not a fan then. And it's not like Jacksonville wasn't even trying. I mean, some people, I remember, like, during the 0-16 Lions, fans, well, first of all, the always why that team went 0-16 is because Matt Stafford got hurt.
Yeah.
And he lists the quarterbacks they had that year. Dan Orlovsky of UConn, I mean, were guys who were not ready for the NFL and who barely had any success in college. I mean, and Calvin Johnson can only do so much work.
Yeah.
And, they didn't even have a defense. So, but I remember, like, Lion fans used to show up there, and they thought the franchise was technically losing on purpose because they wanted to get a better draft pick.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville actually is trying to win games here. They just don't have talent on this team.
They have, like, I mean, off the top of your head, name 3 Jacksonville Jaguars. It's like
Chad Henne. And
the only reason he went to school like 15 minutes away from where we're recording this now.
Denard Robinson and Justin
Obviously,
Blackman. Justin
Blackman. Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah, Maurice Jones. Why do I want to say that? Because I think it's too easy.
Yeah, that one's obvious.
Cecil
a guy
Shorts?
with talent. A guy.
Cecil Shorts.
Okay. Yeah, I mean 3 guys with like talent. I mean, and
I could say Maurice Jones-Drew. I didn't want to say that. I want to be impressive.
I mean, that's an obvious.
So I named Chad Henne,
but I mean that's about it. As far as talent goes, you got Maurice Jones.
Who I saw beat the hell out of Mifflin during his last game at Wilson, pretty much.
Yeah.
I just remember one time on ESPN they talked about the time where he faced us and he broke his he separated his shoulder in I think the first half against Mifflin. He sat on the sidelines. But to show I guess his toughness, this is like they said that he had his shoulder get relocated back in place and he like played tremendous in the second half and just beat the hell out of us in the second half. With his throwing shoulder being thrown right in there. So this is like during like a Michigan game on ESPN. So the fact that Mifflin got mentioned on ESPN as a Mifflin graduate made me happy.
Yeah.
Not the story that we lost to a guy with separated his shoulder, but I actually even talked to the guy during that his last high school game. Our defense was first of all, the size of Wilson's line and our line back in the day was so sad. We were so tiny. And there goes the phone.
Yeah, there goes that phone.
But I remember watching. I remember one time we got a sack on Henne, and the guy was like ecstatic. And I actually met the guy twice. One time during track and field, and the other time during my cousin's graduation party. He was buddies with him, and he's like, "Yeah, I can't believe I sacked the Michigan quarterback."
Yeah,
like he's just so happy that he sacked the D1 quarterback.
That was awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, going in this week against
Oakland, who I think is better than what the record says. 3-4 team, which
3-5.
Really, 3-5 for us. So really, it's the same record here. But I think this is a Oakland team that's I actually think a couple of players away from maybe being a playoff team a couple years down the line. I mean, I think Tyrone Pryor is actually coming together as a quarterback.
Well, I mean, look, he had that huge run. I mean, it was like 90 yards, like right in the beginning of the game.
Yep.
That was awesome.
He's looking good.
No, but I even you brought Minnesota in the future. I don't even like the Minnesota chances because that's a
This is a home game.
Wait.
Because at this rate,
is it a home game or a Chicago home game? Because that's what we face next week.
I have no idea. Next week, I think is Green Bay, if I'm not mistaken.
And I think we're at Green Bay.
Which is I mean, they're not as bad on the road.
Well, it's going to be freezing in Lambeau. It might be snow on the ground. It's advantage Packers. Yeah, it's advantage Packers.
Yeah, it's a relatively.
And Aaron Rodgers against this defense, I don't care
next week
how well he did
in the
list. Yeah, it's going to. Yeah. But no, I mean, Minnesota. So a 3 or 4 win season. I mean, if they. I mean,
you never know. I mean, we'll see if Chip Kelly makes adjustments. Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Nick Foles is a starter. That's all I know.
Yeah,
he's been he's a starter.
Maybe he bounces back or something. I don't know.
He's got to bounce back.
He better. I mean,
because for him this might mean trade, cut. I mean, depending on where the Vick situation is.
Unless unless next year they want to keep him as a backup or something. I don't know.
Well, you said that the backup to me Barkley's got the third string wrapped up. I don't think because the look at him as he's still a rookie. He still has that. Maybe he hasn't fixed that whole shoulder issue yet.
Yeah,
they heard his senior year at USC. So we're hanging on to Barkley as a third string. But, okay, if we're going to Vick and Foles as the backup, Granted, these guys might still be the starters next year.
Yeah.
You know, we're just guessing they're going to go quarterback in the draft. I still think they might go running back also. Or maybe even wide receiver, because let's face it, I think the fact that Macklin got hurt just shows like as Deshaun Jackson maybe want more depth there than what they have. And I also think Jason Lavaught's going to retire soon. I think his age is starting to catch up to him. He hasn't really, and maybe Riley Cooper, because Williams has a few big games here and there. He hasn't really been productive at all this year. But no, I mean, looking at the scenario, Barkley would be third string. Well, who's going to be the backup? Vick, whose contract expires, or Foles, who maybe you want to get rid of, even though he's still in the contract with the team.
Yeah.
It's more about who you trust more. And I'd say Vick's in the driver's seat, but I don't know if Vick wants to be a backup on a franchise.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, and that could be that's a concern, definitely.
Yeah. Well, he's not the one that's worried about staying healthy. It's the guy who might start in front of him, and he's worried about staying healthy or not. Which, like I said, is probably Mariota or Manziel.
Yeah.
And I might be right, might be wrong. I thought there was rumors we thought we were going to get Geno Smith for a second. The way the draft was going, but then Matt Barkley comes out of nowhere, and we got Matt Barkley. And I remember going berserk about it because I thought Matt Barkley would be a tremendous quarterback, but I also didn't realize. I didn't realize he was going to be running the read option in the NFL either. I've seen this kid play in college. He never ran one read option in USC. He was He might did play action passes, which is not the read option.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, but to me, it's going to be an interesting off season. I know Kelly doesn't want to talk about it
but it's at least now we're thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, but I guess looking at Oakland here, I mean, I'm still. I would say Oakland's defense is bad.
Yeah.
But they're not great either.
Right.
There's a very good chance that McCoy can have a big game and Jackson have a big game. They actually.
Yeah. There's always a chance. It depends. Things click.
It depends and it really comes down to how well will Foles play. If Foles play looks like he did against Tampa, and the way he did in the second half against the Giants, because let's be fair, there was a time when like Foles we would lose that game, and it would have been all because on Nick Foles' shoulders.
Yeah.
But unlike Green Bay, he didn't choke. He actually stepped up in late in that game, and not to mention the defense had some big plays on Manning. We also had some questionable calls going in our favor, but still, nonetheless, Foles showed some signs there, and definitely against the Bucs he did. But we get Dallas Cowboys Nick Foles, we're not going to win this game.
Right, exactly.
Tyrone Pryor looks like he's a veteran.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say he's Andrew Luck or RG3 or Russell Wilson, but he isn't playing like he doesn't know what the hell he's doing out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is
like somebody.
Which is terrifying. Which would be terrifying for our defense, because I really think that the Raiders have enough talent on offense that they could demolish our defense.
This will be another test for the Eagles' defense that has been good as of late.
Well, especially with the question marks on offense. Like I said, Foles is a bad game. This is on the back of our defense. And I know we had 2 great games on defense, but I also know this isn't a very good defense, period.
Yeah, there's still not
Plus,
enough.
it's not going to be always on our side here.
Enough yet, so, yeah. Yeah, they stand up again, and then maybe you take them serious, but, still, talent-wise, it's not a great defense, but, they've stepped it up on defense, and, so that's a good thing, I guess. That's kind of why offense right now seems to be the main concern as of late.
Mm-hmm.
So the one touchdown we get, of course, it's a special teams play. So
tell me the ball went more than the guy that picked up the ball.
Yeah,
the ball went like most of the field.
Yeah,
and it was just a bad snap.
Yeah,
or the punter just had butterfingers in that. I mean, is it Rutherford the guy that punted to Jackson? And he took it in his face. He's like, why did you punt it that way? Yeah. Why did you not kick it out of bounds? Why did you not do this? And that's still a great moment in Philadelphia history. But one of the best moments also is the fact that that's the first time that the punter really got blamed for losing a game.
Right.
Tom Coughlin, whose job might be saved now based on New York's performances right now. But we'll see what happens there. I mean, in the sad and yet hilarious NFC East. Where really everybody has a chance at winning the division.
Yeah, still.
I mean, the last place team is only 2 games back of the first place team.
Right.
And the Giants still have to face the Redskins, and they still have to face the Cowboys again. So they could easily turn this thing around.
Yeah. Well,
and almost like a typical New York Giants fashion, because it feels like this is always how they always make the playoffs. Have a slow start, and all of a sudden Eli Manning just becomes Eli Manning magically, and they just start winning games that they're not supposed to win, but they end up winning because they come together.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did. Maybe Justin Tuck's maybe it makes fun of Tom Coughlin. He's going to punch somebody. Actually motivated some of the guys.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, if they could only put up, field goals against the Eagles defense.
Yeah. You win games, Tyler. You win games.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
you're still making fun of Kansas City for the way they're winning games in that. Yet they are 8-0. I'm going to say 9-0 because I really don't think Buffalo with Thaddeus Lewis at quarterback is going to do anything.
I mean, he's been all right, but they need E.J. Manuel back.
To me,
but they could upset. Sometimes they upset teams.
I mean, for me,
you never know.
Yeah, but the one thing that Kansas City has that we don't have is the reason why they win games is their offense is very good at running clock management.
Yeah,
Alex Smith can Alex Smith can take 5 minutes off a drive. They might get a field goal out of it or a touchdown, but at least they score and they get 5 minutes off, which means that's less time for the other team to do it, and it gets the Kansas City Chiefs defense, which I still think is one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah,
you can win games that way. It won't be pretty. It won't be massive wins, but you win games. And you don't win games on style points. This isn't the NCAA, which at one point counted style points as... Well, actually, I think it still counts style points pretty much for how they rank teams at. This is NFL. It's wins, losses. There's no style points involved.
Yeah. But coming down the rest of the season here now, they have the fourth toughest schedule rather than the easiest schedule, I think. So now we'll learn more about them. I
think the Denver game will tell a lot. To me though, they beat Denver. They're a legitimate team.
Then
hell, they might
if
they beat Denver.
Even
if they lose by a field goal.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Legitimate team.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we'll lose. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they get if they start getting behind, because that's one thing in history shows with Andy Reid, he has trouble making on the fly adjustments.
And I think I don't know. I can't say they even trailed in one of their games they've won.
I don't know if they have. I mean, I really don't know if they have.
So that would be an interesting match. I don't say if Denver didn't score first, then
it would be interesting to
see. How the game go then? But at this rate though, they're guaranteed a wild card. I mean, 8 games left. They have like a 4 or 3.5 game advantage over the next closest team
for wild cards.
I'm trying
to think.
Yeah, no, but I think that's it though. I mean,
there were a lot of close teams, but now they're like 3-4. The Dolphins are now 3-4. The Ravens are 3-4.
The Titans are 3-4.
Yeah.
So looking at that,
even the Raiders are like in the they could.
The Raiders are 3-4. Yeah. Well, so the Chargers are. I mean, the Chargers.
The Chargers are solid. They're solid. They're 4-3 right now. They're coming off a bye week, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure who the Chargers play this week.
Well, that's the thing. These teams have played 7. The Chiefs have played 8 in that. So that's what I'm saying, like a 3.5 game lead, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Chargers case. Out. Yeah, I mean, but my point is that, well, actually, I think then the Chargers would be 2.5 then.
Yeah.
So Chargers are the closest team to them, 2.5. With about 8 games left, look at the rest of their schedule. They can do that. Yeah, fall away Denver. You got Oakland and San Diego then, pretty much. Yeah. 1 game Oakland, 2 games against San Diego. 2 games against Denver. Then you got the Colts, which might be an interesting contest
that's an interesting challenge.
And the Washington Redskins, which I would say might still be interesting there, but yet...
Yeah.
Andy Reid's the Chiefs are currently undefeated against the NFC East this year. So why break that against the Washington?
After that, he actually he basically won the NFC East this year.
It was like sweet and sour pork, right?
Yeah.
I mean, destroyed the Giants. They held Tony Romo. I mean, they made this high-powered offense that Philadelphia had in week 3. They shut it down. Yeah, they shut it down. Not to mention Alex Smith just demolished their defense. It did the most. I mean, you talk about clock management. To me, that's when I saw Alex Smith's clock management, because one possession I think was like 6 minutes against us. Slow, methodically breaking down the defense.
At the end, it was, but I mean, the defense was keeping them in the game to some degree.
Yeah, but
and the offense just wasn't getting anything really going.
A lot of 3-and-outs, a lot of picks.
A lot of
and a lot of 3-and-outs that don't last
a muffed punt return, inside the 5.
To me, time possession's got to improve. It has to. Once
again,
to me, this is another one of those Chip Kelly moments again where it's, well, I didn't need to win time possession at Oregon. Yeah, well, Chip, you're not facing California University.
And there's not points getting on the board. So, that's
exactly.
That's the more important thing.
So, having a possession of a total of 20 minutes, where the other team has like around 30 or 40 minutes, isn't a good sign in the NFL.
Yeah.
In fact, it's just terrible.
Right.
I mean, if this offense keeps going like this, Tyler, I mean, hell, what would be number 2 defense total offense? We're now 5 after these last 2 weeks. We keep going at this rate, we'll be 32nd in no time.
Yeah.
I mean, our defense is already 31st. We're just barely ahead of the Cowboys.
Yeah. I guess yard-wise, because points have been different the past couple weeks. But
but I've been going. The key ones usually is yards, because usually.
Yeah, because
if you allow 400 yards, usually you allow points.
Field position.
I don't know how somebody does get 400 yards and they're not scoring a lot of points on you.
Right. That and it's field position as well. So I guess it'll wrap things up here for TW Sports Talk today. I mean, we'll hope for the best going, with Nick Foles getting the start against, the Raiders this week. We'll see if he bounces back. I don't know. I mean,
on a positive note, the Sixers won their first game.
Yeah.
Against the Heat, nonetheless.
Yeah. Who now they to be fair, they rest. Dwayne Wade was
hurt. Dwayne Wade was hurt, but still, LeBron James.
They
Chris
played
Bosh,
the night before. Yeah, nobody expected the win.
Against a bunch of no-namers, pretty much.
Right, exactly. And
I mean,
nobody expected
our rookie whose name was not Noel. I don't know.
Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, did he play? Was he in the start, or is he still nursing that injury they had at Kentucky?
No, I think he played. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know.
Okay.
I have to.
But he wasn't the guy. He wasn't a rookie. Or he wasn't the rookie that got the points though. It was the I can't even name the guy's name. Cantor Williams or Cantor Williams
I believe, yeah. I mean, nobody.
Keep in mind, we were projected to be like last place in the East this year.
Yeah.
Because everybody thought, why would you get rid of Holiday? Yeah. And a lot of people thought last year, why the hell did you get rid of Iguodala?
The reset, yeah.
Let's see. Almost everybody thought, okay, Sixers are nosediving this year, obviously. We're getting rid of all these players. We're hanging on to some guys like Hawks and I think it's Savon's his name. No, Haas.
Spencer Haas.
Spencer Haas. I'm sorry. I call him Hawks. Atlanta. Yeah, that's a good franchise. But no, Spencer Haas hung on to Evan Turner. Which I guess makes sense. He's been pretty good. Even when you had Holiday and Iguodala, he still had some decent games. But now we have like Noel, who, I don't know, that injury in Kentucky, I think really is going to be interesting. And this guy called Cantor. I can't even pronounce his name, last name there. Because when I heard we got drafted, I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Who? For a second, I had to look him up for a second to see what team he played for. But no, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean,
it's good.
I'm not expecting a playoff run this year for new coach. And I really do think we just really hit the reset button.
Yeah.
I mean, really, our battle's going to be between Boston this year. Yeah. Who's going to come in last place? And who's not going to come in last place?
Yeah.
Because really, who's Boston have? Just Rondo.
Garnett's
gone. Pierce is gone. Doc Rivers is gone.
Yeah.
They got, Brad Stevens, Butler? In his first year, too? I mean, they pretty much hit the reset button, too. So,
but, it was good. It was good. They got a win, on Allen Iverson's retirement ceremony night, so
yeah.
I mean, that's good, especially when
what could have been for that man?
I mean, especially with the Eagles losing and this past week.
Philadelphia needs it.
The Flyers losing the other night.
Phillies, I think, are hitting the reset button. Flyers, I really think are hitting the reset button soon. They just haven't admitted, to
some degree. Yeah,
they haven't admitted
they
it yet.
Their coach 3 games in. Yeah, I mean,
if that's not a sign of reset, I think it is.
They could maybe change general managers. I don't know, but yeah, that's.
But no. I mean, it's good. I mean, obviously, it's amazing that every team in Philadelphia is hitting the reset button.
Yeah,
the Phillies are hitting the reset button. Yeah. The Flyers are about to. The Sixers, I think, pretty much have admitted they're
Chip Kelly is our longest tenured coach now. So.
And he might be. We might be getting maybe the number 1 draft pick. No, I should say. We're not going to beat Jacksonville. We're not going to. Jacksonville's not going to beat us, or Tampa's not going to beat us. Yeah. But we might get a high.
Might get up there. I mean,
we might get up there. We never know.
We'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah,
as usual, as we say here on TW Sports Talk. Thanks for tuning in, as always.